Not too surprised to start off round one.
Definitely not. We've seen a lot of Ulgrim all today, no matter the location, no matter the time, or the depth in the bracket, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Already 3 on the stage, and of course Bryn also pretty popular today too, and we can probably see why in this match.
Yeah, another one of those legends that you can never really go wrong with having Bryn on your team, but combining up Spear, Double Axe, and Lance, you just have so much coverage. So far, looks like Power Ranger is one of those players who's extremely good at Lance, but I think maybe what happened before against West is he might have ran into that Lance mirror and didn't come out on top. He's got to establish that early on here in this match.
Yeah, speaking of establishing, definitely a lot of establishment in terms of stage control and some combo pressure from blue team, but now red team finally responding. A pretty solid response here, but a good reversal from blue team. Wonderful, wonderful hit from Hxnter.
Yeah, Hughes just barely missing that GC sig and the D-Light before as well, trying to get a call out. So they got the damage done. They could definitely still take this pretty quickly, but there goes Hughes, and the blue team already striking first.
Yeah, some really good defense as well. Some good coverage, making sure they both make it back safely, but still a ton of damage. Hughes capitalizing and trying to even it right back up.
Let's see if they can go ahead and get rid of Hxnter anytime soon, which they will. Very close game to start things off here. Like, there's not too much crazy has gone either way. I feel like Hughes has had some good combo strings like you were mentioning before, but it's been a lot of 1v1 situations where there's a lot of pileups like so. Once Hughes and Power start getting those team combos, that's where things get real rough. Or the positioning like that, covering the ground pound, Hughes dodge in, you get caught by Hughes as well. That was perfectly executed.
Nice, and some good stuff from Power to help out the teammate recover. Really good presence of mind. Staying, pretty present in the 1v1s and still capitalizing on those team combos too. Looking really good right now.
And Power trying to find a sidelight starter, and now just looking for those D-lights to get a big anti-air swing onto Hxnter, who's pretty damaged so far. Trying to get a dodge read with the charge, doesn't find the mark, but Hughes, on the other hand, gets sent off stage, gonna try to find the way back, and they managed to do so, navigating around the full charge on the XD sig.
Yeah, it was a wonderful route, going high and finding a hit too, but there is that Lance coming in. Good capitalization right there, but fantastic option from Hughes. Some maybe intentional friendly fire.
Yeah, I think it was too, because you go for that recovery, and like we said, we're talking about earlier, you get that reduced knockback on your teammate, so it's going to help him get back to stage. A little scary, because if you get hit, you might toss yourself right into the fray, but right now, the only fray that's going to be left is Hxnter by himself against the 3-1 stock.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Power just holding on to the stocks in this match, and it's definitely been pretty hard for blue team to make anything happen, just because the red team's been sticking together pretty well, covering each other, and the follow-ups are there too. A wonderful statement for a game one.
Yeah, simplicity right there. Once you get that side air, line it up perfectly for that GC side sig, and there's no world, even if you didn't have a lot of damage on you, that you're making that back. It's that far to the side of Apocalypse. Power and Use at the start, they got hit up a little bit. Pretty much what we saw earlier too with some of the other double Lance teams. But the thing is that the double Lance teams are always fighting each other all the time. And now we're going to see what Hughes fully well known for. You're going to be pulling out that Vector.
Nice, nice. I think Hughes also was considering Vector going into game one, if I'm not mistaken, kind of hovering over it and then switching at the last minute, but definitely I can see how it would work out and how the dynamic change would help.
Yeah,
hopefully we'll see it.
I kind of like the idea when you want to go with, you want to have access to the Bryn and to be able to just do simple strings, get the damage in, and get the job done. But most of the damage starters were coming in from, or the damage enders were coming in from Power, but Hughes just barely surviving up the top. That recovery was so close to an early KO.
Wow, really good presence of mind here at the ledge too. It's going to be a crazy route from Hxnter, making it back. Still, though, red team keeping the pressure on. No breaks anytime soon. Look at all these lances flying out.
Gas prices are looking rather low now, because everybody's willing to just spend it all. This is a bad spot for Hxnter, though. Trying to get around what could be potentially 2 ground pounds, but good job from Manji getting in the middle of that to break it up.
Yeah, that was a nice pickup. Making the best of a bad situation. Can't really avoid that big old side air, but still, another fantastic pickup. Trying to keep it close. It's
been a kind of I'd say a slow start, and then you look at the damage and it just flies up, but we haven't really seen that big dominant control yet. Power's not going to make it back. Hughes is going to, of course, just constantly throw out active hitboxes. You want to try to prevent them from hitting you, but they got the quick 2v1 combo.
Yeah, they did not have that much time, but they definitely made it work. Really good stuff. A lot of damage tacked on. All of a sudden, it's looking a little bit closer. Once again, I think power's kind of the X factor here. Holding on, not taking too much damage or losing any stocks.
Trying to navigate around that soft platform as much as they can, AG. But Power having to recover high and sweat beating just barely past that D-Light. That was so close to connecting.
We got the double lance configuration back for red team. Let's see if they can make a play with it. That's a really good way to get it started. Ooh, they can't decide.
We're going to get the sidelight stairs, so we're going to get at least one. Trying to look for that GC neutral light. And down air as well. Yu's going so aggressive. Trying to challenge him down there. But because of the fact that you have those vector sigs, you're going to get a little bit more momentum to move yourself out of there. It actually was able to get to the other side. Doesn't matter, though. Everyone else fell.
Right. They are flying right now. Off stage. Kind of working out for both teams here, and it's just about even going into these last couple of stocks. But this is a big opportunity for red team, trying to put a lot of damage on right now. Ooh, good dodge.
Oh, here we go. Big opportunity, huge opportunity for them. They got him doubled up. Hxnter took a good amount of damage from that, and because they're both on Axe, this is a somewhat positive situation. Even though Axe is really good at whip punishing Lance, you're also backed up by the bow from Yus, who's able to just kind of keep them separated.
Definitely working out now. We got the Lance coming in for Hxnter. Some damage tacked on, but right now I think Manji's kind of on the back foot, trying not to go for anything too crazy right now. But oh, the swing.
Oh, they're actually putting him in a perfect position to throw back a side air to allow him to get back on stage. But everybody down to their last stock. This is nobody's game by any means. The first one to go will make a huge difference, and that's going to be one. And we're going to see an answer right back.
So very tense right now. Really good response from Hxnter. Both of them right now looking for that last big hit. And it's going to be Power taking it. Unbelievable.
Power doing the right call of staying right around center stage, hopping up, going for the first swing, and then after the first one, dipping back into center. So even if that recovery missed, there's most likely no shot that you're getting heavily punished by, who I forgot who was at the end there. We'll find out in a second whether it was Manji or Hxnter. But outside of a ground pound, or maybe a quick dare to get a poke in, probably wasn't going to get hit in that spot.
Right.
See you right now.
I love that pickup right there. And then, yeah, Hxnter going for the nair, and then Power just kind of fading back, answering appropriately.
Yeah, very, very well played, because right after that nair, if you whiff that recovery, maybe a side air might have actually been able to happen, and he might have actually lost that match. It was a little bit closer than I actually realized before that happened. But with the recovery being in the uncharged variant, and you're scared in that spot, might have had it. But that, apparently, AG, that match was a little bit too close for comfort, because we're going to go back to the Bryn.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the stats, it was pretty close all throughout. There was no, very big defining moment. It was just a nice game of back and forth. So maybe that's not exactly what red team was looking for. Maybe they're trying to make it a little more definitive in this next one.
Yeah, it's all about sending a message early and often when you're playing double Ogrim, because you want the players to get grouped up and just constantly rush them down, so they're feeling frustrated about where they want to stay positioned. But you can't do that so easy when they're constantly rushing in on you.
Right. We're seeing a little bit of that here right now. Oh, okay. Huge swings coming in from red team, putting blue team on the back foot right now, and these team combos are so good. Not necessarily team follow-ups, but the defense from red team. But the follow-ups are there too.
Yeah, perfectly well played. Yeah, the neutral light into the Ensig, finally getting one off, just barely missing Hxnter's KO too. But Hxnter was kind of struggling for a moment. At least finds the axe.
Wow, phenomenal presence of mind. I would have missed it, but these players are just so ready for it. Every single opportunity is capitalized on.
Yeah, I'm noticing in this game here too, Manji has been getting kind of grouped up a little bit more. Yuz has been reading a lot of his approaches so far, and in the middle of all that, it's going to be Hxnter who falls. Manji in the middle of trying to get away from both the side air and the follow-up on the Sair from Axe 2, somehow gets back on.
All right, blue team now, really big opportunity here. Tries to even it up in terms of stock count. A lot of damage onto Manji, but can still make it happen. We see some good defensive play from Manji, but you gotta watch out. Any stray hit at this point could be a bad one.
Yeah, you're right on point with that. Manji just needs to keep the defense up, because if you constantly line up those hits for Hxnter, kind of like what they're doing right now, you could absolutely bring this back. You got the damage output to do it.
Yeah, we've seen time and time again, even just this weekend, that back-to-back Lance, it can attack on so much damage so fast, and off stage it's so threatening. Look at all that pressure, but huge pickup from Power.
Yeah, for Power, you have no reason not to go for that. You have 2 of them right there. You have a free ground pound attempt. One of them might find a hit, and they do. At least for the blue team, they were able to put the damage back to red. They were behind a little bit with Manji. Now, you get rid of Power here, all of a sudden, the game is even.
Oh, that's a really good way to get it started, but good defensive option from Power. Makes it back down, and now they are scrapping yet again. Blue team stuck in the air right now. And, oh my god, use so much damage.
Good dip down, too. Use deciding not to commit to go for that side air or go for another GCD light because he saw the fact that Manji was on his way, so got out of the way, and there he comes coming through.
I love that. Evens it up. Unfortunately, use low damage and really nice evasiveness. Not able to take too much damage. So blue team's still looking for something here, but oh man, not looking too hot. Oh, okay. Well, that was a nice combo.
Yeah, you're once again right on point with it. They had a much better game, number 3 there, but at the very end, the damage deficit was a little bit too large. And a big thing that happened pretty often that we saw back in the EU stream as well is when you run double Lance, double Ogre, whatever have you, doesn't matter as long as there's 2 Lances on there, you will tend to be on top of each other pretty often.